We out here staying connected with my
sir.
brother E.
How y'all doing?
Brother
My
E.
name is Elightenus.
How you doing, my brother?
Good, I can't complain, never do. Every
good.
day is a good day.
Good to see you, man. We up
Sir.
here at Brothers Chicken.
Yes, sir, we outside.
Having a little politic time. My God, man, it's good to see you, man.
All right, bro, how you doing?
Doing all right, my brother. How life been for you, my man? Introduce yourself to everybody. Let everybody know who you are, man.
I go by E. You call me Elightenus.
Okay. Explain that
Yes, sir.
enlighten for the viewers.
Elightenus is like, I'm always enlightening the people and lifting up our heads. So I came up with that. And E is initial for my first name, so
Okay.
Elightenus.
So we're gonna roll with that. We're gonna let everybody
sir.
call you E.
Yes,
So
sir.
tell me a little bit about your upbringing, man. Did you have both your parents growing up?
Well, I grew up mainly with my mother and father in the beginning. 4 years after that, with my grandmother, till I was 9. Then I moved with my I moved with my grandmother when I was 9. Till I was,
So you was 9.
yeah, till I was 9. Yeah,
So did you have your father still after that?
you know, my father was in my life at 9.
At 9.
Yeah, it was like I knew my father from like 1 to 2. Then after that, you know, it was.
So pretty much coming through middle school and high school, you was finding your own man.
That's when I had my dad there.
Okay.
During middle
So
school.
you got him after.
Yeah,
Okay,
grade
gotcha.
school, high school, and middle school is when I had my dad. So, yeah.
So what kind of left turns did you take having your pops? Because see, a lot of people say they went through a lot of issues, whether it be through women, relationships, streets, addiction, and because of absence of parents, you didn't have that.
Sorta, yeah. I mean, you know, you got your father there, but he not there, more or less, you know? Because
He was around.
basically I raised myself. Me and my sister, we raised ourselves. We did what we wanted to do and how we wanted to do it, you know? So he was there, he took us a lot of places, but my thing is with my father, is like, I don't think he knew how to love us. That's the problem. You know, I had an uncle, his brother, and I stayed with them, and I seen my uncle hug his son. You know, so that touched me like deep. It touched my soul. It almost made me want to cry. I was happy to see that
Because you didn't have that?
I wanted that so bad. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no Diddy shit. You know, I just need
Nah,
that.
you ain't, brother. Listen, man, we ain't even on to no Diddy stuff because people don't understand it with mental health, man. Some of the small things that you didn't have,
Right.
or you may see by sight, plays a mental issue on you.
Right.
It's just like anybody that been through a trauma and they watch a movie, it'll flare it back up.
True.
Seeing a father and son doing something that you didn't have makes you want to be a better dad and wish you had it. It's normal, my God.
Yes, sir.
It's all the way normal.
So, yep. And so that basically led me to being in the relationships where, you know, they wasn't healthy.
Okay.
You know, because I wasn't shown health in a relationship. It was always, I don't know if people can go back as far as I can remember, but I remember actually being in my mother's stomach.
Okay. Really?
You know, really, I promise
Wow,
you.
that's unique.
Yeah.
Explain it. Give me a piece of that, man. I don't want to cut your subject,
Yep,
but that's
yep.
it. The first time I heard something like that.
Yeah, I mean, really, it was like I heard them arguing all the time.
Wow.
You hear the voices, and I'm in the light. I see a light. You know, I can see them, and I can't see them, but I hear them. It's like close your eyes and look at the sun. That's the way you can hear and see them. And when I came out, I promise you, I was fully conscious child. I was conscious all my life. I remember more about the first 4 years of my life than after that. You know, I remember because, you know, I grew up playing board games at 2 years old. How was I playing chess at 3? I was taught how to play chess at 3 by my 6-year-old uncle.
Ain't that something?
I couldn't see.
You came out familiar with things.
Basically.
Have you ever talked to any of your siblings, your parents about that? You ever mentioned this? I noticed it the first time you mentioned it.
Yeah,
to them?
I think I mentioned something like that to my mother and father at one time. You know, I mentioned to my sister. You know, people that I'm
But they
close
say
to.
they ain't believe that you.
You know, it's almost hard to believe. It's almost like somebody putting memories in your brain, but you know, you can't.
But they knew they used to argue all the time.
I knew that.
They knew that,
and they knew that, and they were still doing it when I was with them. You know, so it wasn't nothing unfamiliar.
Right.
You know, I was like, I'm used to hearing that. So you know, you get familiar with their voices.
Right. Man, I didn't mean to throw you off, man, but that was so new to me. And like I said, the only dumb question not asked, one not asked.
No, I mean,
so you know, hearing something new, I like to dig into that. That's kind of unique. Because I believe in a lot of stuff that some people don't believe in, but there's a lot of stuff I don't believe in that some people believe in.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's like if you ever heard anything, not go off subject, but Terrence Howard, how he was, before he was born, he was shown doors to get knowledge from. He came out with all this knowledge that he can't, you can't explain, but he got this knowledge. And then once I heard him say that, I was like, I knew that I wasn't just making shit up in my head. I knew that I heard what I heard, and I saw light.
What you saw.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's what's happening. So a lot of these things that you have been through, man, and going into adulthood and into relationships, what was that first ugly for you, man, that you realized that I gotta figure this out for myself as a man now?
Yeah, all right. The first thing that I felt when I was in my first relationship, it was like I was in love. You know what I'm saying? It's my first girlfriend. So I was 17 and my dad kicked me out. It was just me and him staying together. We were staying out there in Greenbrier.
Oh yeah.
When Greenbrier was happening. So he kicked me out. So I moved with her. We didn't have no place, so we was going from here to there. Then we got a place. Then it really got ugly because it got possessive, It was.
She got possessive?
Controlled.
Was she older?
Yeah, she was older, of course. So she had me about 5 years.
Yeah. And that became a virus to you, though. You've probably been reaching out to older women since.
You actually have. So, but I could tell you, be honest with you, it really, everything that I've been through, I appreciate because it brings me to the person that I am today.
That's right. It made the machine.
Yeah, it's all the struggles and everything I've been through. So it was hard at the time, but as I grew, I hated her for years, but then I let it go because it was in my heart. So I had to let it go.
What type of stuff she put you through, man?
I mean, fighting, it was just more jealous type. You know what I mean? She didn't want me to do anything without her.
Yeah.
I couldn't even talk to my neighbors without her getting mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Or thinking it was something that I was trying to talk to a girl or something, because
you didn't understand that kind of action, young. Do you understand that kind of action now? Man, these women go through this because they've been through something too.
Well, I'll tell you like this. She had a good life. Her mom took care of her. You know what I'm saying? Her mom was there for her all her life. She had a good life. But I guess at the time when I was young, I guess I put it on her. You know what I'm saying? I had to because she didn't want me to, do nothing.
Yeah.
So
became territorial after that.
Yeah.
So how that play a role nowadays, man, going into your adulthood? What type of challenges did you deal with? Because, what I try to tell my brothers is not forget when it comes to relationships and love, that beginning virus. Of course, the music will be bumping while we're shooting. You know what I'm saying? Let me pause this real quick, and I'll take it out of there. But I tell, a lot of my brothers, man, doing a lot of life coaching that I have done, a lot of people tend to forget about the beginning part of a relationship, which is a virus of how y'all met sometimes. The relationship could be completely good, but how y'all got down can always be a solid problem waiting to flare up. Like just having a one-night stand with somebody and how y'all got down. You might try to keep her, you may have kids and it may work out.
Yep.
But 6 years down the line, but you go in that situation, it flares it right back up. Yep. You follow what I'm saying?
And I think all that's due to your intentions. Your intentions mean everything when you meeting somebody, a female. Like if you intend to be with her because she look good, but that's you don't have no intentions of like being with her other than
exterior.
That. Yeah. So
an exterior.
I think that was my intentions, was just to have somebody in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That I thought I'd, that could.
You just wanted to look.
Yeah, I
wanted
mean,
the
the
life.
look, she looked good, and she was older, but it didn't last but like 7 months. Yep. So it was a learning lesson. I went to Cleveland, stayed with my family. Then I went to Tennessee. Then from Tennessee, I went to Florida.
How life look for you in those different places, man? Did you get anything out of? Did it help you with your mental issues or anything you may be dealing with? What changed for you?
Well, the only thing that I really did was just got me to another mental issue.
Picked up a whole nother
another problem.
That's why I asked you, like, what?
Yeah, I'm young, and I'm just meeting another lady in Florida, and we got together. I went to the military, we got married, and so how that worked out, where I feel like the communication was the problem, and before I got with her, we was communicating. Then after that, I went to overseas and came back. It was like it was just dead. So it was just in a relationship that wasn't even growing, going nowhere.
Yeah, well, you know what that was about. Once that time is separated.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Anything, all that dead time and air in between.
Yep.
It's all bad with that.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I'm saying? But my thing is, man, you keep in mind, even to this day, all women want 3 things, my man. They want physical, finances, and time. All 3 of them want that.
Yep.
You follow what I'm saying? No matter what you've been, and they all been through something, or either they going through something that somebody didn't show them.
Right.
One or the other. That's why we go through the battles, get out in the middle of the night, territorial issues, and so forth.
Right.
A lot of us don't fall back to listen to that because we're chasing the exterior, like you just said, right?
Yep.
Brothers only want to talk about the love languages,
Right.
the exterior of a woman.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
We think we're doing something by jumping up and down on top of her, but if you don't know her body language, you damn sure can't find her climax or erotic zone.
Right.
You just in her head.
That's it.
You just in her head. And what you got after that? A selfie relationship.
Yep.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Not productive. So how you picking them now?
Well, I'm not. I'm just single right now, and I'm cool because I need time to grow for myself, on the inside. And that's the thing that I didn't do, is take the time for myself when I was younger. And that was the problem right there. You need time. See, there's certain things and certain rules in this world that we don't go by, and when you don't follow them, it's disastrous in your life.
Self-destruction.
Self-destruction.
Hold up, brother.
Somebody probably going to take care of the domestic shit right now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, nah, dead ass for real. We picked a heck of a place to do this, but I like to do it in our trenches, my man.
Oh yeah.
Because it's our truths, man, and this is where our truths came from.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We ain't better. We're getting better.
That's what it's all about.
And when brothers can sit down and do stuff like that, this is what this count, man. It ain't always about twerking and all that extra. I know it's what the viewers and people want, but we want to get to the core of the issues, man.
Well, but I think the core of our issues is dealing with ourselves until we learn to master yourself.
Looking in that mirror.
You got to look in the mirror. And that's what I've done, in the past. I'm just saying up until today is that reflection. Like, the one thing that you don't hear too much of is a brother telling another brother, I love you.
Oh, absolutely. You don't hear it.
And then don't hate to say it, but then, you want to throw the ditty up if somebody do say that. You looking at a motherfucker strange, like, what you, but.
Yeah. Oh, I get it, brother.
But the thing about it is, that's the strongest frequency in the world is love.
It's love. Giving a shit for free. This is why I don't deal with a lot of scrutiny, because of staying connected, because let me see somebody else get out here and do this.
Right.
I'm giving this shit for free, and I'm out in the trenches and ain't nobody paying for it. It's kind of a sense-free therapy, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you got to be willing to give and do that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I love my brothers. And if nothing else, I want my community to know that I care, to give it a shot.
Yep.
I ain't got to know you. I ain't got to know where you been, and we ain't even got to look alike.
But see, it's a message behind the things that you do also. It's like, because one thing that we lost ourselves, and this one thing I want to go back to.
Go ahead.
When I was in my mother's stomach, it seemed like my immediate family, I knew them already when I came out. It's like we all came in soul groups, and we don't even know that. We asked to be here. We came and we fell, just like they say, fall. We fell, we came down here, we chose our parents. It sounds crazy, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
And
so
that
you felt a different connection with everybody?
I felt the connection with everybody. It's like I didn't even mess with nobody who wasn't in that group. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even have no friends. I only had the group that I was with. My cousins and my sisters and my family was the closest. Anybody outside of that, I was leery about. I watched, and I still do to this day.
Yeah. How's your relationship with family now?
I mean, it's like jacked up.
Yeah.
You know, we all went our separate ways.
You might have knew too much too early. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
No pun intended, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because me and my family was tight at one point. Sometimes we grow apart. Not only that, people judge. And they carry old mistakes.
Yes, sir.
I got an auntie now that remember a pair of red shoes I had when I was 13. She's still talking about them. Shoes been gone. It's just like an old problem. Sometimes friends and families be the first ones to remind you where you were.
Right.
And you have front row seat.
But see, that's the problem with our family members too. It's like sometimes we gotta forgive each other. How can we expect God to forgive us when we don't even forgive each other? But we want that forgiveness.
I love you and your sister's relationship, man. You guys talk almost every day, right?
Yeah, we do. Not every day, but we talk.
Well, y'all
we talk a lot of time. Yeah, we talk a lot.
Y'all talk more than a lot of other brothers and sisters.
Yeah, we
You know what I
close.
mean? And one day we might enclose that who your sister is, but other than that, I'm glad y'all got that, bro. I'm gonna point that out regardless, camera rolling or not.
Right.
Because I don't have a relationship with all my peers, and I wish I had my brothers, and I wish I did.
Right.
And eventually we'll get there. So to see that in you, brother, I'm proud of you. I'm glad for you, and I ain't ashamed to say I love you, my brother.
Oh yeah, I love you too, man.
You hear what I'm
Shit,
saying?
I don't have no problem because this reflection is right now is what I'm looking at. Everything is a mirror. The people that you hate or the people that you don't like, you got to flip that around and look at that person like that's yourself. Because in some essence, we are all one. If we're not one in the flesh, our conscience is one.
That's right.
So God wanted to experience life every way he can. So we here. When we pass, we take this information and knowledge back to the source.
Right.
And that's what I know and that's what I believe.
And share it. Share it with your brothers.
And we keep, and we don't die, we keep going.
That's right.
We just keep going. Life don't end just because you dead. Your conscience is what's living. That's what it is.
That's why I said, man, we got to keep giving a shit while we're here until we're gone. And sharing any and everything that we know or can do to help another brother
Yes,
get
sir.
ahead, man. You hear me say a lot of times on a lot of my videos, even talking to people when I speak places, I've never seen a library that charge nobody to get in. It's open. Yeah, I've never seen a library that charge nobody to get in. If a brother don't want it, brother ain't got it, he just don't want it now. Because now you can get it sitting on the toilet with your phone. Google.
Right. Well, that's where they bury the lies. The library.
And if you don't want to, but if you don't want to read, it'll read for you.
Oh yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? This knowledge is free, and if not, go to a brother that'll give it to you. If you got it, share it with somebody else.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I breathe. Just give it a shit, man. It's peaceful.
Yes.
You know, to not think the way we was thinking. You ever heard of the thinking errors?
The thinking errors? No, what's that?
You get some time, I want you to get on your Google and pull up the thinking errors. You hear me talk about that a lot too. I tell you what, the first few of them start off with minimizing the situation, blaming others, lying, fronting. It's a handful. I was guilty of a lot of them when I first read them. The moment I started chipping those things off my list, man, it made life easier for me. I think better, I move better, I care different.
Some of the things that you just described, I wasn't doing.
Yeah.
Like, I can hear what you're saying because I move different
Yeah.
than a lot of people anyway. I think different than a lot of people, you know, so.
It's just a way to get out of our own way.
Right.
It's just a way. Trust in yourself. Like I said, we trust this bench before we sat down. Never checked the legs. Just knew it was going to hold us.
Really?
Sometimes we have a trouble with trusting ourselves. Our gut feeling. You know your gut going to tell you the truth. But instead, you go with your first instinct.
That's that second brain.
Second brain, man.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It give you a second problem, too. Listen, man, you channel a lot of your things that you've been through. That's why you got the name that you got, man. I want you to talk smallly about that because you're going into this project that you're getting ready to start up, sharing knowledge with your brothers and things, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you give me a small brief about that? I'd like to know about that, man.
Yeah, man, it's like, my thing is, for the people, is how can we come together and support each other? But first, let me say this. We always hear black people say we can't get along, right? Black people can't get along, we can't. But you know what? That's a lie.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why it's a lie. Because you planted that seed, we can't get along. So that's what you roll with. How about this? Change the frequency. When we do get along, you better watch out.
Yeah.
How about that?
Absolutely.
When we get along, people, you better watch out because they don't understand. That's why they keep us so divided, is the strength and the force that we have. And when you recognize the power within yourself, like I said, you better watch out because me and you right now, we can destroy everything.
It goes to the conversation we had before we cut this camera on. Just imagine if this world was structured without the things that we brought to the table. Fashion, style, sport, swag, things of that nature that they're mimicking and mirroring and selling. Just imagine what this world would be. We're valuable. We just got to show up like we are and stand back to back.
Yeah, you know what? And the things that you mentioned, yeah, we can have all those things. But the one thing missing out of everything is the love. So the person you got jewelry on, I ain't got nothing on. I'm mad at you for that. Do I want to snatch your chain? What am I accomplished from that?
Right.
Besides hurting myself.
Yeah.
I'm hurting myself when I do that to you. If I take something from you, I'm taking it from me.
That's right.
So I don't want to hurt myself. That's why my life is real easy. Now, whatever you said about the era, to me, the era is love. You see what I'm saying? When you have that in your brain, you ain't got to chase nothing else. Right. Because I have nothing but love in my heart. And I'm ready to show the world like a way that even okay, now say like I start off, you ain't had no love. Right, you right, I didn't. But when I was in Florida, I read this book. It was by Dr. Dyer, Wayne Dyer. Dr. Wayne Dyer. It's The Magic of Thinking Big. When I read that book, he said, tell yourself you love yourself. And then you keep repeating it. Then you're going to start believing it.
That's right.
Next, I promise you, I did that. I start smiling big. I love myself. Then I start showing it, you know. But it takes time.
And now you believe it.
I know it. I know it.
There you go.
I know because the love I have for everybody else, it's not to hurt. And now don't get it twisted. Just because you don't want to deal with certain people, that's frequency and energy.
Yeah.
Everybody's not on the same frequency and energy. So
Absolutely.
you got to.
Well, everybody don't have the same thinking errors either. So
Right.
everything is different. You know what I mean? That energy, everybody's different. You feel what I'm saying? You just got to know what you're looking for when you're dealing with people and what it feels like.
Yes,
opposed to what it just feels like. Basically.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people get caught up on the moment, man. I don't need the moment. I need more than tomorrow. I want to know that I can count on you.
Yes,
I
sir.
know I can call on you.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's what this be about. But man, we're gonna go ahead and shut this down, man, because we're gonna do some more. This is gonna be a beginning of a project. But I'm gonna ask you, I guess everybody I shoot with, have you been, you're not on any medication, are you?
Nah.
Never had any mental health medication? You've been dealing with everything you deal with by you and
By
your
myself.
strength.
That's right.
Powerful brother, man.
That's
I
it.
like that. We ain't gotta have that medication because where it help, it hurts something else. Sometimes that medication for mental health or whatever it may be, broken people down.
Yes, sir.
Remember Wave and Willie? Used to be waving at the Dakota buses downtown all the time. The Dakota bus hit him and killed him.
Oh yeah, I heard
Oh,
about. I wasn't
man.
here then. I
Well,
wasn't here.
He had mental health.
Yep.
Waving Willie got his mental health because he went out and did a medical research. You know, those medical research where they pay you to take, do their medicine and things of that nature, and it messed him up.
Oh.
You know, it never recovered from that. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
I always ask that, and everybody, man, definitely while we shoot these projects, and it's proud to see that you're doing all this with your own mental muscle, man.
Oh yeah.
You feel me?
Yes, sir.
But I want you to drop something to these brothers. They're sitting at the house, man, thinking about getting up moving, scared to tell another brother that he love him. Pause. Talk to these brothers, man, and tell them something, man, before we get up out of here.
Well, the only thing I tell the brothers right now is work on yourself. Work on yourself and stop blaming people for your problems and looking for a way out. Just go through whatever you're going through and be strong about it. Quit putting people through your problems. Learn how to help yourself. That's the problem. We don't help ourselves.
Well, that was big right there. That right there hold a whole lot of weight. Just that dismount. Y'all heard that from my brother E out here. We out here staying connected. Let's go.